Welcome back, everyone. Toy Shiz here, and we are back yet again for a major McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse news update. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today. We had a YouTube live stream for the McFarlane Toy Show, and they talked about everything under the sun. At first, I thought they were just going to do minimal, right? Just kind of peppered in there, talking about Superman movie stuff that we already know about. But right at the end, boom, yeah, we got a lot of stuff. Now, keep in mind, a lot of this has already been revealed at various conventions over the last couple months, but now we have more in-hand looks in that sense, even though that is a overused term in every sense of that. Everything is in hand, even though it's not in your hands. So let's just say we got some better looks, at least, even though they're doing the whole spinny around thing, which you can be sure I'm going to be talking about that. We had hosts AJ and Claudio taking us around the DC multiverse today, doing the whole Superman movie personas. I like the commitment to the bit. Well done in that sense, gentlemen. However, I'm going to give you some just constructive criticism feedback. First and foremost, there were two cameras on, you guys. The one that was primarily on the hosts, 4K, sure, we could see them. The one on the product, absolutely no-go. Fuzzy as all get out, so that's a problem. Got to work on that. Also, the lighting. I'm not trying to rag on you guys by any means. However, way too quick. Way too much information. Just brrr, like, slow it down. Let's talk about the characters for just a second. It's a live stream. We got all the time in the world. Just take your time. Because as I'm sitting there trying to, okay, it was like, brr, 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 like, whoa, just take your time. So that's my constructive feedback to you guys. Other than that, yeah, you got some cool figures. One more thing before we go. It's really helpful to people watching and to fans that you understand the license that you're talking about. You have to make sure you know these things because people are going to go, wait a minute, do they know about the DC Universe? Is this something they know? Keep that in mind for the next stream, please. Before we get started, as always, I will have affiliate pre-order links down in the description below. Nothing is really going up as of yet, depending on when you see this video, but rest assured, when they do, I will put the links down in the description below. First and foremost, we have a McFarlane Toy Store exclusive. This is their online store. You're going to be getting a Kingdom Come Superman based on the cover. He's got all the swirly whirly red dust smoke kind of thing going on. No exact details on this just yet. Everything is kind of like TBD, right? That in just across the board. Just take that until further notice. But yes, a red Kingdom Come Superman is coming exclusively to the McFarlane Toy Store. Also on the McFarlane Toy Store, this will be, unless something changes, because I'm always going to put that caveat in now, the final wave of the McFarlane Superpowers line, which will include Buddy Baker, Animal Man, which he looks pretty cool. He has a really nice looking jacket. I'm quite impressed on that. I'm actually really stoked. We're also going to be getting Vic Stone, Cyborg. Unfortunately, he's not Vac Metal, which we can all say that till the cows come home. It's just not a real feasible thing to do anymore unless you want to spend a boku amount of bucks. And I know a lot of you out there don't want to do that. So yes, there you go. Yeah, Vic Stone, Cyborg. We're also going to be getting Deadman, so he can help solve murders with your Batman on your Superpowers shelf. That looks pretty cool. Boston brand. Totally dig that. And then the final figure, we have Disco Nightwing, or just 80s, 90s Nightwing, that kind of thing, until they went the full-blown ninja costume, and it looks pretty cool. I like this. This is definitely fun. It's a fun final wave, unless something changes, but heck yeah, I'm all about that. And then one, this makes me laugh, because it's kind of like the context of everything when I talked about the blurry camera, and then everybody's perceptions of Ross. And this is not to say Ross is a bad store. It totally fits our needs in terms of stuff that didn't sell and it gets clearance at a lower price. But there will be an exclusive, I'm not joking, Ross exclusive single carded Superman, David Corenswet Superman for the McFarlane DC Multiverse line. It's just the figure, the plastic cape, nothing else is in the blister card. It's interesting, but here's the deal with Ross. Much like the loyal subjects, as soon as you start saying a Ross exclusive, the line ain't looking so hot. And this is just a forewarning. People can say all day like, oh, well, there's nothing wrong with Ross. There is. Ross is where products go to die a final death, okay? It's stuff that just didn't sell, and you can definitely get some bargains. Let's be honest there. But it's the bargain store. It's the last resort store, and it's not where healthy brands go to live. And I'm sure a lot of people out there are going to go, well, wait a minute. This will get it in more people's hands. Lots of kids, everyone else. Yeah, well, the Superman figures that don't sell will go to Ross eventually as well. I'm not sure it's going to be really all that helpful. Ask the loyal subjects how that went. So that's my 2 cents on that. Moving on, first and foremost, DC Multiverse action. We have a upcoming 2-pack that it's the Batman Who Laughs and the Merciless. You get some unmasked. It's interesting. Let's just say that. 2-pack, more details coming soon. Dark Multiverse. Remember all this? It was the whole beginning of the McFarlane foray into the DC Multiverse, which I totally enjoyed, but it's done. It's best left in the pre-COVID, during COVID kind of era. So there you go. Moving on to Page Punchers. This one I'm definitely looking forward to. We have Superboy from Reign of the Supermen. He's not going to come with the jacket, so it's kind of like, okay, the jacket was burned off, or you have the whole before he got the jacket. In either case, he's seen many times without the jacket. Perhaps you could cobble the other one that we have with the jacket. It remains to be seen. The head portrait looks great. The costume, a lot of it's painted on, reused, yada, yada. We'll see how it goes when it's finally in hand, right? You gotta say that. Next up for the whole Page Punchers wave will be a first appearance Wonder Woman. This actually looks pretty cool. I like the face. They got the lipstick. She always had like that dark lipstick going on. Stars and stripes for days, boots, the whole 9 yards. I'm totally about this one too. This one looks great. But this one kind of came as a shock, like a welcome shock too. This is Steve Trevor. And to get a Steve Trevor figure, that's definitely interesting. I like that. It makes me laugh. We've asked for new sculpting on certain things, and who gets it? Steve Trevor. So you kind of have to see the irony in that he looks pretty cool if you kind of think about what Steve Trevor looks like. But yeah, I think they've nailed it. Remains to be seen kind of what all these characters will be coming with accessories-wise. They always kind of keep that to themselves for some reason. But there you go. We have Superboy, first appearance Wonder Woman, and kind of sort of first appearance Steve Trevor coming to the Page Punchers wave of DC Multiverse. Next up for the digital line, which they're calling it Phygital, which is physical, digital. It's so confusing. It is real figures, but they have that digital element where you have that ability to collect them with an app. It never flew with me either. But this is Stephanie Brown as Batgirl. It's not necessarily, we'll say, spoiler. Its colors are kind of close to spoiler, but this is definitely when she took up the Batgirl mantle. She's got a cloth goods cape. She's got the mask. Giant batarang. Remains to be seen if she'll come with any other accessories, but for now, yeah, there you go. You have a Stephanie Brown Batgirl. There's a lot of reuse. You could pull the hood up. They made sure to tell you that, so you can have the hood on her head. So rest assured, if you're a fan of Stephanie Brown, you'll definitely be able to grab her. Next up is No Man's Land Batman. This one looks really cool. I totally dig that. That's a very distinctive look. He's got the, we'll say, cloth taffeta crunchy cape going on. Darker gray of the costume. And we'll see what he comes with accessory-wise. So far, we got a Batarang, which looks pretty solid. But yeah, I am actually really excited for No Man's Land. That was a really interesting comic book series back in the day. Next up is one I'm definitely stoked on. This is Monarch. And this is one where, if memory serves me best, which, hey, I get stuff wrong all the time as well. So no one's exactly perfect. But in talking about these, you guys out there definitely expect a certain level of, well, Does he know what he's talking about? I need to know, that kind of thing. So there's basically 3 versions of Monarch. This one looks to be kind of in the middle, if anything. Like, it is a little bit Nathaniel Adams. It's a little bit Hank Hall, although I think of Hank Hall being more in that red and 0 Hour and everything else. But with the red and the black and the purple, kind of onslaught-ish, that's when Hank Hall becomes extant. So yeah, this one is more Nathaniel Adams, if anything. Let's say, for the time being, this is the Nathaniel Adam future version of Monarch, and he's kind of like Kang the Conqueror in that sense, like the final boss of all these future endeavors and yada yada. This looks pretty cool, and it's kind of one of those obscure villains, mostly 90s kind of stuff, so in that sense, heck yeah. And I know Rob D Toys out there is especially stoked on this, so definitely go and check out his awesome photography. I'm sure he'll be photographing this one up most definitely when it comes in. And then Disco Nightwing. So again, we have him in Superpowers. Now we have him as a DC Multiverse. This one looks pretty darn cool. They've never really managed to kind of grasp that Nightwing look. We kind of got one with the Nightfall. This one's more of his disco look. So yeah, I would say for the most part, sure, all in. Nice looking Nightwing there. And the rest of the figures remains to be seen. Moving to Target. The next 2 will be Target store exclusives. These might be hitting very shortly, just FYI. But we have Mr. Miracle, kind of a new... we have Mr. Miracle, kind of a new take on Mr. Miracle. There's some reuse, there's some swap parts and pieces. But I will say this, for the most part, he looks great. Fingers crossed we get a big Barda to go with him. Jack Kirby, that whole line with Calabac and Darkseid and Orion, I'm stoked. So definitely we'll be after Mr. Miracle. It's unfortunate that he does have a plastic cape, because a cloth cape would have been really cool. And this guy, fingers crossed, he comes with some discs to put on his feet so he can zip around. But yeah, heck yeah, Target exclusive Mr. Miracle. Then we have Sandman, which is the Wesley Dodd version. This is not the Neil Gaiman kind of thing. This is, although I really wish they would have tackled that show, or just the comic book series in general. I don't know why Warner Brothers and DC likes to shy away from that. That would have been awesome to have so many cool characters to hang out with the Spectre and all that. Forget about it. Anyways, Sandman, it's a lot of reuse. Does it work? Remains to be seen. This is one of those where I was talking about knowing your DC multiverse before you get on a live stream, that kind of thing. He comes with the gas gun. He's the Sandman. That's the whole thing with him. So yeah, remains to be seen how this will work. But Mr. Miracle, Sandman, Wesley Dodd, Target store exclusives. Next up for the main line, if you've never been able to grab an Azrael, well, maybe we'll say, was it 5th time's a charm? Hopefully, in that sense. We have the Knight's Quest Azrael, which as seen here is in his Kenner Colors toy motif, which I like that. It's a wink and a nod to old Kenner Colors, which, yeah, I could totally appreciate. Azrael looking pretty cool. It's a solid figure. This is one of the best bodies that McFarlane's ever produced, with everything that attaches to him. It's really solid. So, yeah, mainline Kenner Colors Azrael, as well as Batwing 2.0. This one, I think, infinitely looks better than that silvery one we got in the first round, but doesn't really do much for me. It's just kind of a darker color scheme. Perhaps they've swap parts and pieces here and there, but if you need them, mainline Batwing 2.0. This next one is Batman Troika, and I'm going to say kinda Troika. There's some questionable things. Yeah, they got the gloves. It's kind of just, it's kind of there and kind of not. But for those of you who are fans of Troika, like for me, I love the long ears. Hopefully they put that on a blue and a gray Batman. That would be awesome to mimic all that old artwork from the 90s. Heck yeah, I'm all about that. But you got the cloth goods cape. Remains to be seen exactly what he will come with. It's on a black background, so I think there's a batarang in his hand, if I'm not mistaken, or else he's just happy to see me. But yeah, you got Batman Troika kinda coming soon to the main line. Now this next one is where it kind of got confusing, because that's where information, like, you gotta say it, you gotta make sure people understand, maybe put it on the screen, something like that. Beast Boy. By all accounts, they said it was a collector's edition. But then they went and said it's a UCC exclusive, which is a distribution company. And I don't know if that means somewhere here in the United States or maybe for like Europe somehow. Just wait till we get a full clarification on all of that. But this Beast Boy looks awesome. I will say that. You have some animals for him. One of them is definitely a rat. I was going to say capybara, something like that at first, but it looks to be a rat. It's kind of hard to really see these when they're spinning around, everything else. One's a snake. Of course, he turns into a piece of pizza. That's the other animal. They did mention that there are 3 animals included. It kind of remains to be seen because you only see 2 here, but obviously the piece of pizza is a wink and a nod to his Teen Titans days, even though this is his Doom Patrol look, Teen Titans cartoon look. Pick your poison, however you like to have your Beast Boy. This will probably go really well with that animated cyborg that was released some years ago, which they never finished that line by any means, but there you go. We have a confusing on how to get him as of right now Beast Boy coming soon. Now, next up, we have the Flash villain Mirror Master. He looks fantastic. Greens, oranges. He's got his mirror guns. Heck yeah, this is what I'm talking about right here. See, it doesn't take much to please us DC Multiverse fans, but there you go. We have an upcoming Flash villain in the form of Mirror Master. And then here's the big one for me. Continuing on with Jack Kirby Creations, we have Metron and his Mobius chair. Mobius. It's not Morbin time, it's Mobius. But as you can clearly see, he will stand up, so he's not doing the Professor X thing by any means. You've kind of got that radiant glow of energy going behind him. I am stoked. Metron Mobius chair looks wonderful. Sign me up. This one is one of my favorite reveals of today. And then to finally round it out, we have Slade Wilson Deathstroke, a classic. This is what I think about with Slade Wilson. You might want to get that recent Page Punchers release with the Unmasked. That would go really well, hopefully, on this guy, just saying. But this looks great. Yes, he will have weaponry and accessories and everything else. I really wish they would show this stuff. It gets people even more hyped up. There is a gun. It's in the holster, so you can clearly see that. Yes, it's removable, so you'll be able to pew-pew, that kind of thing. But heck yeah, looks awesome. So to be honest, a really solid lineup of upcoming figures, and they did say that right before San Diego Comic-Con, there will be a slew more shown off. I'm sure they'll have some during Comic-Con to show off. So stay tuned for live updates and everything else. Perhaps I'll do some while I'm there, live stuff. That would be kind of fun. We'll see what happens. The sky's the limit. It's Comic-Con season, baby. And it's right around the corner. So I want to thank you all for watching. Again, affiliate pre-order links when they become available. Nothing anytime soon. You've heard my thoughts. I'm curious to know yours. And until the next one, I will leave you guys with that. Adios.